Hey everyone, Tyron here from Africa Budget Pellet Gunner, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm shooting here in my basically outside room with the garage here in front of me. I've got about 10 meters, and I've been working quite a lot on my offhand shooting, especially my standing shooting. And yes, this is only 10 meters, and you might think, well, what's the point of shooting at 10 meters? But in actual fact, if you cannot shoot a nice tight group at 10 meters, then you're wasting your time trying to do it at 25 or 30 meters. So start out small, work on a nice close distance, and see how it goes. The more you practice, the better you'll get, obviously. So I'm not the best marksman in the world, but let me show you some of the things that I like to do, and maybe it will help to improve your shooting as well. So one of the first things I like to do is a lot of guys stand very square on. I'm not a very big fan of that. So what I tend to do is I open up about a 45 degrees, and then I'll put the rifle nicely into the shoulder. You don't want to hold it too tight, but you also don't want to hold it too loosely either. A lot of guys like to hold it in front here. I find that if I hold it in front here, it just doesn't feel supported enough. So what I'll do is I'll actually hold it back here so that I can dig my elbow into the bottom here. So let's take 3 shots, and then I'll show you what else I do. So let's start off with that. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to be shooting at the middle dot. What I also found really helps is if you feel like you're a little bit unstable, don't take the shot. Rather regather your breath, breathe a couple of breaths in and out again, calm down, and then take the shot. Alright, so those 3 shots, not too bad. A little bit high, but I haven't zeroed it, so I'm happy with that. They're pretty close together. So the next thing that I really focus on when it comes to shooting offhand is I want to make sure when I take my position, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the trigger until it's against. So it takes up that first stage so that I'm basically ready to release it at any stage. The second thing that I'm going to do is make sure that when I pull that trigger that I follow through, because a mistake that a lot of people make, a jab at the trigger. You never want to do that. You want it to be as smooth as possible. Make sure that you follow through. So let's see how it goes for the next couple of shots. Alright, so still looking pretty good out there. The last thing that I do, and this is in my eyes quite important, is I'll always, when I'm taking standing shots, especially at these closer ranges, I dial down the magnification. And the reason for this is quite simple, and that is if your magnification is too high, you're going to see any movement that you're making. And that movement will put you off completely and it will duff your shot. Believe me, it will duff your shot. So just dial back that magnification. I'm sitting here on a 3 magnification, so very little magnification, but it just helps you to just not see that much movement on your target that you're aiming at. And then what I also like to do, I'll kind of start off, I'll breathe in. When I breathe out, I want to take the shot on that pause when I breathe out. So I'll breathe out on that pause. I'll try to be just above the target and then just lower it and pull off the shot. So let's take the last 2 shots here and then we'll have a look how did that group go. I suppose it will help if I load a pellet there. Let's take one more. Alright, so let's have a look at the group and then let's see if these tricks that I've just taught you will help you improve your offhand shooting. Well, definitely cannot complain with that. Literally, if I take my finger, I can cover that whole group, and that's shooting offhand at 10 meters. So why don't you go and try these few tips and see if it works for you. First thing I like to do, try not to close up your stance too much. Open up a little bit, about a 45-degree angle. I find that works best for me. Second thing, when you're shooting, make sure take up that first stage of your trigger, and then when you pull the trigger, just follow through. Make sure you follow through. The third thing that I do, and I find this really helps me a lot, dial back that magnification. Don't put the magnification on as high as possible, just dial it back and you'll see it will help you as well. So, till next time guys, keep practicing, keep shooting, see you around.